Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the time lapse of Space Mountain. Obviously, the last time there was a really hard cut in the end, so sorry for that again, and I tried to do it a little bit better this time. Yeah, here we go again, building the coaster. Obviously, it has finished now, and just some tweaking now for the whole coaster itself, and yeah. The basic work now has been done for the coaster, so that we can now start to align it a little bit better to the whole scenery. Um, the fact that I've done the coaster before editing the whole station was really good, because afterwards it would have been a little bit problematic to just fit in every element the way you wanted to have it and then build the coaster. Um, Inside of this building is always a little bit harder than if you do it the other way around. So yeah, obviously a good choice there, because as I've said, it's more about progressing and learning while doing it, because I've hadn't got the time to do all this stuff before, and it's just trial and error here inside the video, inside the time lapse. And yeah, this is the same with the station now. This is station version, I would call it 1.0, because in the end the final one is 3.0. There in the whole video you will see there will be 3 different versions of the main station. This one here is the first. Yeah, just here building the first flow of the pathway of the queue. It has been a little bit tricky to find the real way to make it a little bit compact, because I didn't want to have the station too complex and too big in the end. Yeah, I think in the end it has been a little bit great, a little bit too big than I've wished to, but yeah, I'm also satisfied with the result now, but it could have been a little bit smaller, but with the given opportunities I think it's a good size for the station. Yeah, here in the background you now see I'm starting the blue room, and this was one of the first things which had some problems doing it one building. Here are multiple buildings inside each other. The first one you can see here is just for aligning some elements to make it look a little bit modern and bluish, and these just roof similar things on the sides is now building, and for the roof which will come on top of the building there will be again another building, and here you can see for the side elements always starting a new building to fit them in together perfectly. And yeah, it's not that easy, and so this was really the beginning of the complexity of the whole project, because here you will now see there will come some buildings which have to be aligned then in the whole set here of the main station. Again, these 2 walls here that should be like the link between the station and the tube, also buildings which stand on their own, and now there will be multiple buildings to make a better yeah, general look and feel of the station. But as you can see here, also I started some really basic work of scenery, of a landscape, just to give it a little bit look and feel I wanted to have, and then in the end skip to another project. As you can see here, I've noticed that in my roof there was some basic, just I don't know the English word, but some like a little bit coming over the top of the edges, like a balcony. No, it's not a balcony, but something else. I noticed it was missing, so I tried it out how to do it, and yeah, this was the solution, giving it one step ahead of the other, a little edge to make it look like more like the original one. Yeah, you can see I had some problems finding the real distance or the correct distance in every part, and then there was a gap in between, and I found the most the best way to fit in this gap was like grabbing those side elements, and I think it's getting a real nice look in the end. And yeah, I put them all together, and was like figuring it out was nice. Here you can see a little problem because my building, I don't know why, I guess I have just taken the wrong grid, and so I had to add a multiple building inside to make it look nice. And yeah, now we come to my, well, favorite but also most frustrating part. Is building the roof, and the roof is made of, as you can see, these toppings for chief beef, these bluish things, and it was like a big fight because always when I had the real position, the asset, the bluish thing, just pumps into its original position, and I really don't know why, because I've locked it, and sometimes, as you can see here, it worked out pretty well and I could just put them together one by one, but for some awkward reason the whole thing skips back into its original position the whole time, and I really don't know why. It was really frustrating finding out how to just do it in a really good way. And yeah, the video itself is multiplied with a factor 10, so you can imagine how long it has taken me to build these small wall parts here for the lowest part of the roof. It was like I don't know, I guess it was like at least 30 minutes just finding the real and the right way how to do the roof. I came along with this solution here, and it looked pretty decent, so I've chosen to go along with it. But really, trust me, it was really a big fight to make it look nice and to have all the assets fit in together perfectly. Because on the other hand, there was another problem, because on the back side of these bluish things there is no texture on it. So looking from the back side onto this thing, you won't see a texture or anything else. You just simply look through it, which meant that I had to put them together that closely here, and it was kind of a problem because so I had to use even more of them. Yeah, kind of a problem, but in the end it worked out quite nice. And from time to time I really got better by assembling them. As you can see here, it didn't jump into its original position as often as it did at the beginning, but to be honest, I really don't know why. It was really kind of yeah, there's no rule in it why it should stick its position or why it's locked to the position you have chosen. Really don't know. Maybe they could fix it in the end. Would be nice if you have the possibility just to lock it up to one position and it doesn't always flicker back into its original yeah, angle, and this is really frustrating. Yeah, here assembling it just for testing reasons sometimes, and I see there's a big gap in the middle which has to be filled, and yeah, it will be filled by just adding some new part of them. Really frustrating again, because it was always testing how it could look in the end. And yeah, so just about everything in Planet Coaster so far, it was about testing and doing it again and again and again. But yeah, I think we all are rewarded with big and great buildings, and so there's no real problem about just testing all the time. And yeah, to be fair, it's the most and the biggest and the best part of the great fun we will have in Planet Coasters, just building and trying out the different possibilities we are given. Yeah, here you can see, I don't know why, but at this stage I had no problem to align all the things together, and so I was copying again, and as you might noticed, there was a really long gap in this time lapse here, and it was because of the autosave in the end, and then just copying this big object filled roof just made the game stuck for a second. And yeah, I left it in to just to show how immense and how big the file was. And what I did here is I copied the roof all the time and just aligned it at exactly the same position where I had the pre-built things for the roof, and so there was the possibility to give it a really nice look and to assemble it or to align it at the exact correctly position. Yeah, some mistakes I've been doing all the time with I left these just middle supports, which are also in the building of the roof. I left them there, and so I had to delete them later on. So you will see in the next episodes that I'm always going back to the roof here and deleting the double part, as you can now see here on the left, where I have forgotten to delete them before. Yeah, obviously, now the whole thing just fits together, and you can now really have. Here you can see how I've removed the other parts, because at some stage I noticed that I forgot to remove them. Yeah, obviously now you can see how it gets together all, and really makes the first appearance of the Space Mountain. And I was really satisfied at this stage with the result. Now you can really see that this is Space Mountain, and this is what I was really heading for. And to be honest, I also was a little bit surprised that it worked out so well. So that I just made a little test run if everything worked well, and no supports were going through each other, and yeah, it worked quite nice. And this is just having some overview and just checking if everything works correctly, and then assembling the first light elements. Okay, here another part of the game where we may have some improvements. It's just adding some components to a building. You always have to leave the building again. Maybe by pressing one button you could just say, okay, no, I don't want to add this thing to a building. I just want to put it there without adding it. Would be nice, because it's in the end a little bit more convenient. Yeah, and before now the episode is nearly going to the end. Starting for the head part, or for the top part of the building. I was just trying how it could look at this stage, but this you'll see in the next episode.